Hi, I'm Rachel Hayes, and this is Coach's Corner. Today, I'm back with Coach Haymore one last time for the 2016 season. So, Coach, Friday was a long day, and it obviously started with the bus trip down there. Did the travel have any effect on the team prior to the game?
I don't think so. We left at 10:30. We stopped twice. Once at a rest area just below Harrisonburg, and then I'm from that area, so my uncle has a restaurant down there. We ate and stretched in the parking lot, and
that's cool.
so we were able to kind of break it up into hour intervals or whatever, and then eat a pretty good meal. So we kept everything as consistent as possible, eating around 3:20, something like that, which is what we do on our home or closer games. So.
Right. And it was obviously a tough game, and everyone at the stadium or at home listening online was rooting for you. Can you give us a rundown of the events of that night?
Salem was a little bit different team than what we expected based off their film. I thought, we had a little bit of spark when we threw the touchdown pass to Cameron Faint, and then they came back and answered the next play or the next drive. I thought the kids played very, very hard. They played well. It was just we needed to make a few adjustments on defense. I thought we gave them some different things to go against that they've never went against the whole year. But we just weren't as on top as we usually are. So.
Right. But, this season was a record-breaking season in Millbrook history.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you expect for the future?
The same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, at the fall sports banquet last night, I said this was a record-breaking year. With the record, we had many of our, records that were actually broken through single-game statistics and whatever else, throughout the entire year. The number of points scored, the number of touchdowns scored, the number of yards gained, number of interceptions and fumbles and things like that. So we had a lot of records that were broken, and which you take it as that's pretty good. Especially when you win 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of our guys. Really, really proud of our guys. Whenever you win 10 games, that's an awesome thing.
Yeah.
And our AD actually said it best after the game last Friday was, the bad things about playoff is there's only one team that gets to end their season on a win.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a way to look at it too. But it's also, we won 10 games. These kids played hard. They played for each other. They played for other causes. It was an awesome year. And I think our senior class, I told them last night, was one of the best senior classes I've ever been around. Actually, I would say it's the best senior class I've ever been around. Not just here, but other schools and college and things like that.
That's a pretty great achievement for them.
As hard as they've worked, they deserve any recognitions they could possibly get. They've worked for the past 4 years. They learned how to work. They learned how to watch film. They learned how to practice. They learned everything, and they did it without even asking questions. And it was awesome. But for the future, same thing. I think the seniors taught them a lot. The freshmen, we had one freshman play at the varsity level this year. We'll be very young next year. But I think that with the way we did things this year, being able to get up and put some of the players in the game, I think we were advantaged that way, that some of the younger players did get in and was able to get a bunch of quality game reps, not just, run off time for the last 3 minutes or anything like that. It was, sometimes the whole second half they got to play.
Yeah.
So, we're going to have some good talent coming back. Our offensive line, we've lost the most on our offensive line and defensive line, but, we got a lot of freshmen and sophomores that are coming up and stepping up.
Yeah.
We brought a lot of them up once JV was done, and I think we got some guys that can do it. And then, like I am always trying to beat the bushes to get all the guys that are in here that aren't playing football out, and I think that if we get that and those guys get committed as the guys that are on the team right now, we'll be just as good or better in the coming years.
Yeah. So what do you want the fans and the school community to know after this great season?
That it's not just one season.
Yeah.
Somebody put it in perspective that it was online, I don't know, Twitter or something like that, that said at the very end of it, said, at least we beat Sorrento. And I told my coaches and even my wife the other day, I said, I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be, all right, we made it to certain distance into the playoffs, or we made it to the state title, or whatever. That our season isn't judged based off whether we beat Sorrento, Hanley, or James Wood.
Right.
It's based off the gains that we made throughout the entire year, but also that we're a championship quality team year in and year out. So as the fans and everything else, we might be young, but we're still going to be very competitive. We got a lot of talent coming back. Savon, Noah, Gavin, all those guys coming back. There's going to be a really strong backfield, along with the line. It's going to be really strong too. So 2 years in a row making it to the second round of the playoffs is a big feat for a program. So we're going to keep building and keep going.
Yeah, just going to get better from here.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, thank you for recapping the games weekly here at Coach's Corner, and as always, it's a pleasure to have you.
Appreciate it. It's a pleasure to be here.
Do you have anything else to add?
Weightlifting starts in January. So I think it's like January 16th or something.
All right.
But we'll have announcements for all that stuff for all the guys that want to play next year, or girls, or whatever.
Right.
And if you want to play, be willing to work, because that's what we do.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for today, and we're wrapping up the 2016 season for varsity football. And next we'll be focusing on boys basketball with Coach Bates, so tune in to see that. And that's it for Coach's Corner. Thanks for watching.